Hello. And mm, in a way, I do feel comfort actually in just talking, feeling that someone might actually be watching this. It gives me a sense of belonging in a way. It is, you know, I'm I'm so tired of being alone. I'm physically starved for attention. I need it, just like every human do. All human beings need, physical contact. It is just as simple. Humans are social creatures. But then again, the way I am going at it seems to be, perceived wrong by the rest of the world, the society, and social conduct in general. Like, the way I want contact is physical, mental, and emotional. But because of the, you know, closeness I want, emotionally speaking, it is so challenging for me to get close to anyone. And if you say, just go out to a bar and get a girl already. Okay, yeah, like I could do that. But I would feel like shit doing it. Like, really. I would feel like crap. Why? Because those beings who goes to the bar feels like crap themselves. That is not what I want. Like, I want someone who is relatively emotionally healthy. Why? Because I can feel that healthiness, if you put it that way. And so, like, beings who goes to the bar wants to get drunk to forget, their painful lives. And then they go, ooh, like, we can go home to you. And then they have sex. Afterwards, they just, think, or say, oh, did I do good? Or, like, they are barely conscious of what they are doing. Like, no. I want to be around conscious beings who are self aware of what they want and what they, uh, what they want from themselves and who they are. You know, I want to come close to them, but there is so many layers and perspectives that when I say layers, it is layers of hurt, layers of trauma, and past life, not past life, but just past in this life stuff that still is there. Just because you have transitioned from a child to an adult, well, not like that fast, but you get. It doesn't mean that those child stuff or things is just gone. They are still there. There is no switch that just now you're an adult and now you are all good. Like all the past child things are gone. No, it does not work like that emotionally. Like it is still there. Like if you have been through a trauma as a teenager, it won't go away when you turn 18 or 20 or whatever age it is. that trauma is going to come back like a soldier's, you know, a soldier who comes home from a war or a battle. If they get this, sense of stress disorder, I can't recall what it is called now, but it is going to come back again and again. Like, and what counts as trauma? Much more than you would actually believe. Like, it doesn't take much to traumatize a young child. They are sensitive. Children, babies, are emotionally sensitive. Like, when babies cry, we feel sad. When babies laugh, we laugh with them. We feel their happiness and joy. But babies and very young beings feel the world. They do not cognitively understand it yet, but they already feel it. And they probably feel it a lot more and a lot more accurately than we adults do. This sort of feeling is sense adults don't really understand in general. They don't really want to either. They have no interest in understanding emotional and behavioral things. And when they do, it is only stuck in the brain. It is only brain things. But not even science and the medical things can, explain emotions yet or feeling sensations. And then you might say, oh, how about all the studies? Like, really? I don't believe in science when science do not explain my own sensitivities. Like, I don't buy into a society or a scientific community when it does not validate how I feel. Like, any community that invalidates my feeling state, it just hurts me. And that's exactly what the science, have done. Not directly to me, but that's how they usually, work. Like, everything is in the brain, and everything works in, they have come, and it is growing. Science is a growing field, constantly growing, but it grows too slow for me. Spiritual endeavors are much more closer to explaining the perspectives of how I feel. So that's where I am going with. No. Because when science cannot explain how I feel, I go to spirituality. And this does not come from the brain or my mind. It is felt, just like babies feel, without reason, without knowledge of it yet. They just plain and simply feel and express. Like, I may not always be as good as expressing it, but I definitely feel it. And this, I do not get enough validation for. Almost not by anyone. Like, you won't believe how numbed or how desensitized most beings are. Like, when I say desensitized, they watch too much violence, watch enough violence for a time, and you won't even perceive the harshness in it. You won't even perceive anymore or feel rejected or repulsed by it, because you have trained your brain to Okay, okay, uh-huh. Like, I have played a lot of FPS games or first person shooters. Like, it desensitizes you. Like, I played it for years. Like, more than 10 years, probably. And, like, I grew up with it. It desensitized me to it. Like, I played that first PC game, is what it's called, Doom and Wolfenstein 3D. And like, I played that like when I was about 7, 8. Like, and back then it was meant for 18-year-old kids. Yeah, like, that's the desensitizing I'm talking about. When you get used to it, and don't even ask yourself anything about it. But how could it be felt better? How could it be softer? How could it be more caring? How could it be more attentive to your own being? But beings who have hardened themselves to these things just say, "Nah, you are too sensitive. Nah, you're just such a softy. Grow up, be a man or be a woman already or whatever. Like, really, if that is the world you're living in, I don't want it anymore. I have lived it. I know it. And I have chosen to come out of it. I have felt exactly the same at some point. But I don't want it anymore. I want this softness I am practicing on. I want, to be loved, to be held, just to belong with another human being. And this hardening can be experienced on so many levels, on so many emotional and mental levels. Like, and to get out of it, just question yourself, question your life. It is one of almost not the only way, but it is one good way to ask yourself if what you are doing is, soft or hard to yourself, and what you would prefer, and explore what other life paths there may be. Who knows? You might actually find one that can suit you better or more softly. I did. And that is the path I am working with or practicing on living. I thank you for listening. And I love you. I appreciate you for watching.